Football, a sport that connects millions across countries, across continents, across the world. A passion that transcends time and space. A love strong enough to elevate us to the highest of highs in euphoric bliss, or leave us plummeting to the depths with devastating heartbreak. Join us as we explore some of the most memorable moments in recent footballing history, along with the impacts they may have had on players, teams, and the beautiful game as a whole. Welcome to the Split Second. What is up, guys, and welcome to today's edition of the Split Second. So, for today's episode, I thought we'd look back at when two English teams met for the first time in the Champions League Final, and one legend was born, and another one slipped up at the finish line. But for this, we gotta go back to Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow, the 21st of May 2008. Manchester United versus Chelsea for the UEFA Champions League Final. Manchester United were drawn in Group F alongside Roma, Sporting Club Portugal, and Dynamo Kiev, a group which they managed to top. They then had to face Olympique Lyon in the first knockout stage, then face Roma again in the quarterfinals, and then Barcelona in the semi-finals. Chelsea, on the other hand, were drawn in Group B with Schalke 04, Rosenborg, and Valencia, a group which the English team as well topped. They then had to face Olympiacos in the first knockout round, Fenerbahce in the quarterfinals, and then Liverpool in the semi-finals. Both of these teams had very good records going forward, but I think something to note for Chelsea is that Chelsea were also kind of managerless for a short period. Jose Mourinho just left unexpectedly. This was where he would join Inter Milan. And then Avram Grant came in and took over at Chelsea. It was a difficult period because this entire Chelsea team had actually gone out publicly and said that they played for Jose Mourinho. He was the first person they thought of when it came to motivation and inspiration. And it was very difficult for them to go forward. A lot of these players, like Didier Drogba, were brought in specifically because Mourinho had a plan for them going forward. And the fact that they were still able to reach the Champions League final without him is a testament to just how well drilled and how disciplined this team was. The match was pretty even for most parts, but in the 26th minute, Cristiano Ronaldo opened the scoring with a fantastic header. And I think this goal sort of summarizes exactly what Cristiano Ronaldo was capable of. Everybody looked at Ronaldo and thought, okay, this is just a pacey winger. But Ronaldo was so powerful in the air, and Chelsea kind of underestimated him at that point, and he made it count. Things looked pretty even at that point, and you'd expect United to be kind of pushing, and you'd expect Chelsea to crumble, but they didn't. The Blues mustered themselves, and in the 45th minute, cult hero Frank Lampard managed to score for the Blues. There was a bit of a scuffle in the box. I think Van der Sar does get a save off there, and the ball just conveniently lands at Lampard's feet, and he slots it past the keeper into the net. And then it's even, and the match just sort of stays even for full time, and then extra time. And in extra time, another significant thing happens. Didier Drogba has a go at Nemanja Vidic. The two are surrounded by players, things get intense, and the referee shows the Ivorian striker a straight red card. It's difficult because Drogba sort of encompassed exactly what Chelsea were going forward at that point. He was the perfect Jose Mourinho player, and losing him would prove to be very, very crucial for the Blues going forward. Extra time would end at a draw as well, and things would go to penalties. At 2-2, Cristiano Ronaldo steps up, and he misses his penalty, and you can see how devastated he is. Ronaldo just thinks he's lost it for Manchester United at this point, but I think it's very important to remember as well, United only got to that point simply because Ronaldo had scored in the first place. And then at 4-4, Captain John Terry steps up for Chelsea. It's hammering down. The rain is pouring in Moscow at this point. John Terry steps up, and in the middle of taking his penalty, he slips. And it's a bad penalty. It's not John Terry's fault, but you can see he is crushed. Chelsea had the edge at this point. I think had John Terry converted this one, Chelsea probably would have won the Champions League. But he missed it. And now it's even again. United step up and it's 6-5. Finally, it's Nicolas Anelka's turn to take the penalty. He needs to score just to keep Chelsea in it. He takes a shot and Van der Sar pulls off a fantastic save. He celebrates wildly along with his teammates. Manchester United have been crowned Champions League winners again for the first time since 1999. This match was filled with pivotal moments. The Cristiano Ronaldo header, the Frank Lampard equalizer, Ronaldo's penalty miss, and Anelka's penalty miss. But I think the moment that stands out for everybody is definitely that John Terry slip. It's not to ridicule John Terry. It really isn't. I think, had it not been raining, perhaps he would have put it on target. But I think that slip really just encompasses the entire match for Chelsea. Putting all of this effort in and then just losing on slight margins. And whenever a match goes through to penalties, it's always luck that really just dictates who's going to win that match. For United, they were kind of used to being competitive in Europe, but for Chelsea, this was their first chance of European glory. Chelsea would have to wait 4 more years until 2012 before they could taste European glory again, and United up until now have not won the Champions League again. And I think that just kind of puts it all into perspective, how good English football was at this point, where you had the likes of Manchester United and Liverpool and Arsenal and Chelsea just dominating things. 2006, Arsenal were in the final. 2008 was United and Chelsea. 2009, United would be in the final again. And I think it was all down to fantastic teamwork. Alex Ferguson assembling a fantastic team. One player in particular, Cristiano Ronaldo. This was the birth of the legend. This was the first time Ronaldo would win the Champions League. It would not be the last time. And it was also the first time that Cristiano Ronaldo would be named FIFA's World Player of the Year and Ballon d'Or holder. Once again, an award that he would win multiple times in his career. But it is that John Terry miss that we will all remember for the 2008 Champions League Final. Hi, thank you for making it to the end of this video. We really appreciate the watch time and the fact that you took some time out of your day to spend it with us talking about the sport that we all love. If you enjoyed the content, why not, drop a like down below or comment in the comment section. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. And I mean, while you are here right now, have a look at some of our old videos too. They should be appearing on the screen right now, along with that subscribe button. So you know exactly what to do. Thank you so much. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And have a great day out there. And we hope to see you again very, very soon. Thanks. Stay safe.